Hello everyone, my name is Angela Fox. I'm the Sustainability Manager for the City of Royal Oak. I've been in my position almost a year, not quite, I think we're like 2 weeks shy of a year, and I've hit the ground running focusing on waste. A little bit about Royal Oak. We are just north of Detroit. We're a community of about 58,000 people. We're a rather young city with a lot of families, and we have about 2,400 businesses that call Royal Oak home as well. All right. We are a pretty sustainable community. When the city was founded, we made a point to establish over 50 parks. We argue whether it's 51 or 52, depending on who you ask, but we wanted to make sure that every resident was within walking distance to a local park. But in addition to that, we have been passionate recyclers since the early 90s, and a lot of these efforts come from the residents themselves. One of our biggest challenges is that we are a part of a municipal corporation called SACRA, and we have been in contract with them for quite a long time, but our last contract was established in 2005. And so as you can imagine, waste has changed quite a bit since then. I tried to look up some different fun facts about 2005. I was 22, 23 at the time, and Amazon Prime launched in 2005. So if you can imagine the ways that we have evolved as consumers, the ways that we have evolved as businesses, there is a lot of ways that we could be thinking about waste for the next 10, 15, 20 years. So currently, we have some things that we really want to focus on. We want to focus on our businesses. They are in very compact business districts, and it very much is kind of like the wild, wild west, where each business is really on their own to figure out their own waste and recycling services. We also have residential services that kind of need to be re-envisioned. As of right now, for example, residents, if they're moving out, they can put their entire house on their curb, and it will just magically disappear on trash day. We want to be rethinking how we can prioritize food waste collection and recycling for our residents. I've started looking at events as well as composting. We offer food drop-off at the farmers market every Saturday, and we held our first zero waste event, which was Royal Oak Pride. There's obviously a number of benefits to the community when it comes to this. What we're trying to really do is re-envision the waste for the next 20 years, but also reduce landfill waste, increase composting and recycling throughout the city, making it easier, more transparent for residents, collecting better data that will help us make better decisions. And here are some of the steps that we've taken so far. And so I mentioned a couple of those already, but one of the first things that we looked at was the way that we were branding waste within the city. And so we've really hit the ground running with trying to create comprehensive branding. And so it's very consistent. So whether you go into a school or you go into the library or you go into another city space, you'll see kind of this consistent messaging as it relates to waste. One of the things I'm kind of most proud of is I got rid of an old and outdated ordinance as it related to composting that was really preventing residents from doing composting in their backyards. And so we're trying to think holistically. Not every option is going to be the right option for every resident or every business. So we need kind of a buffet of options, if you will. Next steps are going to be piloting some different initiatives. We are renegotiating this contract with SACRA come 2027, and we want to be prepared as a community. We want to be thinking about what those next 10, 15 years look like. And so we want to pilot a couple of things, and then we also want to create a task force with residents, businesses, you name it, to help us figure that out. We have a number of partners that are helping us look at this and help us figure it out and working collaboratively and essentially prepare us to renegotiate that contract. I'm moving a little fast here. But we essentially have some budgets here for the 2 pilots that we'd like to roll out, one being a business district pilot, the other being a food scraps collection expansion, and then some technical assistance to renegotiate that contract. And the ask essentially is for funding for those pilot programs and then seeking those partners that want to help us figure out what those next 10, 15, 20 years look like. And my little tagline here is help us step out of 2005 and into 2025. Thank you.